Hi, I'm Steve Carr from Talking IoT. I'm at the Dracula Technology stands with Thomas. Hi, yes. Thomas, how are you?
Fine, great.
Excellent. So we're going to be talking about, I guess, batteries and power to a point, but not in a true sense. There's a lot of companies at the show that have been talking about power consumption, reducing power consumption. But Dracula Technologies seems to have a really innovative solution in terms of its film. So
for sure.
Do you want to explain a little bit about what you're showing and the benefits?
For sure. I will explain what is the photovoltaic organic cells that are developing Dracula Technologies. So it's a photovoltaic organic cells. We harvest ambient light. When I say ambient light, I speak about natural but also artificial light.
So if it was in a building, for example, under just standard lighting, you'd be
we
charging.
Can produce energy in the building.
Wow.
Our goal is that our customers don't have to care anymore about batteries or power supply. They just leave it. They just install the organic photovoltaic cells and leave it and forget it.
Wow.
This is our goal.
Okay.
We have 10 years of lifespan. Okay. And at 10 years, we have 80% of the capacity for our modules.
Impressive.
And after it decreases slowly.
So what lux levels can you go down to in terms of internal lighting?
We don't really have a limit. So we can, one of our customers test it at 1 lux, for example.
Okay.
And we produced energy. Nano powers, but we continue to produce energy. We're continuing to produce energy at 1 lux.
Wow.
Okay, you see?
So that's almost dark.
Yes, really. So for example, here we are at 600 lux.
Okay.
You can see here, and we power this board.
That's
and
amazing.
It's connected to another board, and we have directly the luminescence.
Wow. So in terms of evolution, I mean, what kind of markets are you seeing?
So we are in different markets. Retail, it could be. Like for this price tag, we can power price tag, we can power a camera. We also have a camera here to manage the stock in retail. So in the fridge, you can detect the bottles that you have in the fridge. And if you don't have enough bottle, it sends a message to say, hey, you have to recharge your stock. You see?
So are you finding, I mean, we talk a lot about IoT. Are you finding a lot of applications exist within the IoT space?
Yes, all the applications that are working with micro power.
Okay.
All different sensors, like, I don't know, air quality sensor, it could be a temperature sensor, humidity sensor, accelerometers, and we also have remote controls of all consumer electronics, so keyboard, remote controls, mouse, all application indoor and outdoor, but most indoor that work with micro power. It could also be trackers, completely autonomous trackers that's working with LoRaWAN, or it could be with BLE.
So you'd be putting this onto like a tote that's going into a warehouse.
Yes,
and
exactly.
The warehouse lighting will be charging it up, and that's running a radio. So it's running a LoRa radio.
It's in LoRaWAN. Yes.
So it's a LoRaWAN radio behind it.
Yes.
And that's transmitting back to the gateway.
Yes.
So
allow you to track
positioning.
Your parcel in the warehouse.
That's awesome. Awesome. That's
super
cool
you
technology.
Don't need to care anymore to the batteries. Just leave it.
So I mean, Travami must be using you in such a way that we don't need batteries. We just need a solar cell, right?
Exactly.
On it. Okay. And I mean, in terms of, we've talked about, lux, and you said you can go down all the way. Would that exist in like a warehouse where you've almost got a dark type warehouse?
Yes.
Would it still work there?
It's work in this kind of place because we know that before, and we make calculation with this data. We take this data into account.
Got it.
So we know that it will be in dark place. We add a supercapacitor, or a micro battery for all our application for the peak current. Yeah. So we store the energy that we produce with low level of light, and after produce energy for the peak, deliver the energy for the peak current.
So the super cap is effectively the battery, right?
Yes.
In terms
it's
of
necessary.
Yeah.
So we can have it on the market, but we also develop one with Dracula Technologies for the next generation. It will be ready at the middle of year or something like that. So
you've got your own super cap coming out as well. So effectively, that must be tuned more to the photovoltaic type solution.
The goal is to make 2-in-1, because we only have the energy harvester, and we know that we need both energy harvester and storage elements to make
Got
a
it.
final product, to integrate in the final product.
So, I mean, we talked about the fact you got a new supercap that you're designing, which would be a Dracula supercap. What other evolutions are you looking at? Are you looking at further product development, or are you looking at making this more flexible for more markets? I notice you've got
Yeah. So
new types of patterns and
finishing,
finishings on the
yes, what
devices.
we are looking at is to improve our performance, and also you see that we will have new finishing. So our customers will choose their finishing because aesthetic aspect is important in smart home part, for example, and also the old modules have scratch,
Yeah,
was sensitive to scratch, and now we don't have any problem with scratch because you can have this kind of design, for example, or other one, but we can scratch it without any problem, and it's not
well,
scratching.
that's
Yes,
awesome. So the name Dracula Technologies, is that because you guys can operate in the dark?
exactly. Dracula Technologies is because vampires don't really like sunlight,
Okay.
and we are like the vampire. We want that we differentiate the standard solar panels to our photovoltaic organic cells because we are working inside, not
Not
outside.
outside.
We don't need a lot of light to work. As you
Understood.
said, in warehouse we can work.
Understood. And at Embedded World 2025, what were you hoping to get from the show?
We hoping to get new customers, and we hoping to, yes, to sell more and more of these products to make it more usually, and that we have more and more in the market.
Yeah, so I know a lot of design companies that are already using the product.
Exactly.
So
We have
let's hope that you pick up some
plenty
more of those.
consumer, but we want to extend
Yeah.
our modules.
So
We
you're
have
a
a big
stand.
market.
So you're a stand 3A301. But if people wanted to get hold of you, Thomas, where would they need
Yes.
to reach out to? What's the
So
web
you
address?
can reach us on LinkedIn or directly by email on my email address. It's t.villemont, VILLEMONTE at Dracula Technologies.
That's
Dracula,
awesome.
yes.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much for your
.com.
time.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.